Today is November 18th, and I was in Miss Holly and Mrs. Ness's classroom from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. The activities were completed when I first arrived at 9 a.m. Students were in free play centers around the room, so that consisted of they were doing a lot of drawing and coloring. There was a little dramatic play center with like the doctor stuff out, and then they had block play, and that was the majority of the free play centers. And then after they cleaned up free play, they met at the group time rug where Miss Nessa did a social story, and that was talking about using gentle words and how to appropriately talk to your classmates if you want something. And then after that, they went to learning stations around the room. So they had all the learning stations matched the theme of the week, which is squirrels. They had a dramatic play station with these like stuffed fake logs, and they jumped on them on the carpet. And then they had a sensory bin filled with like fake squirrels, acorns, different seeds. Then they had a art craft table where they used forks, dipped it in paint, and then stamped their squirrel's tail. And then they had a block center, and then they had a writing center where they colored in different uppercase letters. And then once they cleaned up that, they met back at the group time rug where Miss Nessa read a story about squirrels, and then at 11 a.m. they headed outside to go play. My questions related to my time spent there is I hear them always talking about like ratio in the room, like, oh, I can't leave, or you need to stay here. And just basically like what's the ratio in the room at like child center places? Like what's the meaning behind that? And then my ideas or thoughts, I thought that the squirrel painting art activity was very fun, and that's definitely something I'm hoping to use in my future classroom. It worked great for fine motor skills, and they just got to be creative. And then my connections to the course reading was when Miss Nessa was reading they're at the group time rug, and Miss Nessa was reading their squirrel story. I can't exactly remember what the title of the book was, but she was asking questions throughout reading the book to the students, and she used inferential questioning. She was asking questions that were not explicitly stated in the text, and I picked up on that. And so yeah, that's my connections to what we've been learning about in class and what we've had in our class readings.